Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. This is history being made here on the Ronline Report as we have the very first ever husband-wife interview. I'm talking about two very special IFBB Pro League professionals, the Raymonds, Jose Raymond and his wife Michela Raymond. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks for having us.
This is Monday night, and you guys are taking off when? For
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning, okay. So
5:30 a.m. pickup.
By Martini's company, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Boston Chauffeur.
Let's give him a little plug there. Boston Chauffeur, everybody, for all your fine chauffeuring needs and about the Massachusetts area.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I want to start the beginning of all this, and a guy named Guy Hungwell. We got a lot of weird names on MD. Guy Hungwell. I was going to ask this anyway, but I want the story of how you guys met, and I want to know further, what was your first impressions of each other?
Well, we met at Greater Boston Fitness for almost exactly 4 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, and she was training with a friend of hers, a guy named Joe Spataro,
yeah.
And I thought it was her boyfriend, and he was apparently, you know, a bodybuilding fan. He kind of used her to come up and meet me. So he came up to me and he was like, "You take a picture with her?" I'm like, "Sure." So we have a picture of the very moment that we met.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty wild because most people don't.
No.
And
You look so young in it.
yeah. So then I never really looked at her. I didn't, because I thought it was his girlfriend.
Yeah. You're very respectful. I gotta give you that.
Like he's never looked at someone's
Never.
No. But, you know,
Please.
she was off limits as far as I knew. But
Not a good boy.
so you remember we did that that fitness night at Greater Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
And you and I were hosting it.
Right.
And I was on stage talking, and then someone started heckling me from the crowd. And the lights were so bright I couldn't see her, but I knew it was her.
Oh man, what was she yelling up at the stage?
Everyone.
Yeah, she was yelling because she was.
I was yelling that I-force.
Yeah.
Stupid saying.
Train hard, eat
Eat
hard, train nasty or something.
Some T-shirt slogan?
Yeah, yeah. So then, you know, a few weeks later, I seen her in the gym, and she started getting a little aggressive. She was like doing her booty exercises, stiff leg deadlifts and shit. And before you know it, she's aiming her ass at me every single exercise. So I pointed at her across the gym. I said, "Come here." She came over. I go, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm doing my glutes." I'm like, "Yeah, why are you doing it aimed at me?"
This is hysterical.
Right. It's true.
Oh, this is why I
100%.
let him tell the story, because it's just so funny.
Yeah.
Did you have white tights on? I need to know.
Yeah.
Exactly what I
Okay.
said.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then she said, "So how they looking?" And I said, "Looks good." She turns around, shows me her butt, and then she's like, "No, I want to train with you." I go, "All right, I'll go take my number." So then I left, and not 5 minutes. I didn't even make it to the stop sign, and she started blowing up my phone. I got like 5 text messages from her.
Oh boy.
I'm like, "All right, this girl wants more than training." So
No, that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I wanted dinner.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's fair.
So the rest is history. We had lunch, dinner a couple weeks later, whatever, or a week later, the next day actually,
Yeah.
and she never left.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
So Michaela, I always wondered, did you know who he was? Did you know he was?
No.
Did you just
I had
know?
no idea.
You know he was somebody. I mean, you know he was the physique.
No,
I
I
mean,
didn't know anything.
You,
I didn't. Nothing. The
But
guy that I was training with said he competed in the Mr. Olympia, and I had no idea what the Mr. Olympia even was.
Right. But I mean, I'm assuming you have never. You were a young kid. You were like 23 at the time, 24, 21.
25.
25.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're knocking on the door at 30 now. Okay, but what I'm saying is you probably never dated anybody quite that massive, because there's only
No,
like
not massive. No.
10 other people that massive in the world anyway, roughly.
No.
So, you know, some women would find that, you know, very extreme.
I wasn't attracted to it at first. I'm not going to lie, and I'm honest about that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, it grew on me, though.
Okay, cool.
It did.
So,
It grew.
so, you know, how long were you guys together before you know she's the one, he's the one, this is it?
It was about a year.
Okay.
The Olympia.
Yeah, I went to the 2014 Olympia.
Yep.
And she wanted to come. She was supposed to come, and then something happened. She couldn't be there, and then I knew at the Olympia that I wanted her to be there, you know.
Mm.
And from that moment, when I got home from the Olympia, she moved in.
Right. Okay.
And
I was halfway.
yeah, she was halfway moved in anyway. But from that point, we never left. And I knew, you know, you just know when someone isn't there and you're thinking about them and you want them to be there with you.
Yeah.
And the whole experience wasn't the same without her. Because, you know, she was there every day watching me train and prep and get ready. And she felt part of it and was, you know, freaked out that she couldn't be there.
Right.
And, you know, we knew from that moment forward that that's how it was going to be.
Cool. Now, Michaela, when did you first meet the dog, Chewy? That massive dog.
The next day.
Okay.
The next day after we exchanged numbers in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm a big animal lover too, so I was all for the drool and the big dog.
If we could only get him on camera somehow. But he's going to steal your food.
Couch, my brand new white couch. Do you want to see him? Chewy. Yep.
I want everyone to see. That's a gorgeous dog, I got to say.
He's the best. That's why he's allowed on the couch.
And Jose, what do you think he weighs?
He's 140 pounds.
140 pounds.
He looks bigger because he's so furry.
Right. Okay. All right, now I'm going to start the questions from the board. Big Mike Cox. We all know him and love him. Big Mike.
Yeah.
Was it challenging prepping for the same show? Because, Michaela, this is your first pro show, right?
Yes,
So
it is.
Just so you guys know, she won a pro card at bikini back at the Team Universe in July. So here we are, mid-November. First of all, before we even get into the prep, I want to ask you, Michaela, you know, what made you pick this as your first show? Because a lot of people were just waiting for the spring.
Honestly, I didn't want to wait too long. My original plan was to do the Tampa Pro, but that didn't end up happening. So I don't know. And I have family in Palm Springs. And, you know, Tito and Amy aren't too far from Palm Springs either. So I just thought it'd be a good show. And we've been there before for Thanksgiving. Okay. And it's awesome out there. So why not? And I don't know. I just thought it'd be a good show.
And Jose, this has been, March. So you started prepping this year. Well, I guess like last year, like last December, right?
Yeah, this is the longest prep I've ever been involved in. It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
And, you know, to think it's already been 2 months since the Olympia.
Yeah, right.
It's the same exact weekend 2 months later.
Right.
The Olympia was the 16th of September, and this is the 18th of November.
Wow.
Good husband.
Yeah. So
sticking it out.
I promised her that I would at least keep dieting with her, and if I was ready, that I would do the show.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a photo shoot scheduled with PPI.
Okay.
And that was just last week. And I said, if I'm in good shape, come that photo shoot, then I will definitely do it. So I knew that week I was in great shape. I was peeled. Everything's ready to roll. So, you know, and Chris, obviously, Aceto he's like, dude, no one's going to be harder than you, so just do it. He's like, you know, he's very confident, and I'm very confident. So,
well, to remind everybody, you've only done one open show before, the Phoenix Pro in 2015, right?
Yep.
You took second place. First time.
Yeah, I was second to Lucas.
He took first place.
Yeah, it was arguable, but it was a good show, and there was some decent guys in the show. You know, Kuklo was in it,
right?
And the guy Banut.
Muhammad,
He had won it the previous year. I beat him, and there's some good guys.
Yeah.
And I held my own. So I don't think bodybuilding isn't a height and weight competition. It's a bodybuilding competition. All factors, if you take all factors into consideration, there's no reason I can't do very well.
Right.
Pound for pound, I'll have as much muscle as anyone there. I'll be the shortest guy. So when you think about it, if I'm 206, 207, somewhere in there on stage at 5'3", that's a big dude, So I will hold my own.
Well, I mean, it's funny that that's even a question these days, and it is. Unfortunately, these guys bring it up, but they don't know bodybuilding history at all. The entire 90s, I remember being at shows, watching Lee Priest up there. I was lucky to see the late Mohammed Ben Aziz a few times. It never occurred to me, oh, he's not going to do very well because he's 5'2" or he's 5'4". He's 200 pounds, and this guy's 260. It never occurred to me that would be a reason why this guy couldn't do well. And they did do. Ben Aziz kicked ass in his brief career.
Oh, yeah.
Priest did very well for a while too. And then you had other guys, Muhammad Makawi. You could go on and on. But it's just funny that there's people so fixated now on weight, like that really means anything, and it doesn't visually.
No, ever since the 202, 212 class was developed, it's gotten into people's minds that, oh, there's no way this guy can do it. I don't want to be remembered as a good 212 bodybuilder. I want to be remembered as a good bodybuilder. And the only way you can do that is if you stand next to the big boys and prove yourself. I've always thought I got to prove myself over and over again. Every single show is a new chance to prove yourself because you're really only as good as your last appearance because that's how bodybuilding works.
Mm-hmm. So,
this is going to be a great opportunity for me to, prove myself once again.
Yeah. So I want to go back to the prep question. I know, Michaela, you've done a few shows, so maybe this was not your first prep with Jose, or was it?
No.
Okay. So what's prep like between you guys? Some couples get along worse, and I've even heard of some cases where people prepping together, they get along better when they're prepping for whatever reason. Which category do you fit into, do you think?
We get along better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When we prep together.
Because as you know, Ron, when I'm not prepping,
he's drunk.
Dr. Patron comes out. And she doesn't like it when I see the doctor.
I don't. I hate it.
So I don't want to go off on a tangent, but a lot of us husbands like to drink a bit here and there, and I don't get too much crap for it. But what's the problem? I just wonder why wives get upset.
I'm 100 pounds. He's 240 pounds in his off season. Try picking that up off the driveway.
Have you actually picked him up? I don't think you can pick him up.
No, I can't. A couple drinks is fine, but hammered is not allowed.
It's every once in a while.
It's easier when we're dieting together.
Okay.
We have a routine.
Yeah.
Every day we get up, and there's a nice harmony because we're doing things together. We're at the gym together. We're prepping food together, and I gotta get to bed at a reasonable time.
Me too.
So it's a lot more tame, and she's an early riser.
Yeah.
So if I'm out with my buddies, she ain't going to sleep. She'll be up the whole time until I get home, and she'll be smelling me. Oh,
sir.
How many did you drink?
Yeah.
What do you think he was saying you're going to smell him for? What? Pot is actually legal in the state that we're broadcasting from, people, Massachusetts. Very progressive state.
Oh, no, not pot.
No, I know. I'm just inserting that bit of trivia in for our viewers here. I have to compliment you, Jose. Your social media game has been stepped up so much in the last year. You used to really, I think you didn't really want to post a lot of things and stuff, but you're putting out some amazing video content lately. You're on Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. So, what was the big change? Michaela, did you have anything to do with this social media skills getting that much better?
No.
No.
You did, Ron.
Me?
Yeah, because the years that we've done videos together, I've gotten more and more comfortable speaking on video and being in front of the camera. And that's kind of my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
And just Instagram posting, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But doing the YouTube videos has been great, and I have a really good team of people that video it and that edit it and put it out. And now I most recently, in the last 3 months, have a guy that does my website. So he's the one who decided, he's like, we got to get content for every day.
Yeah.
So we do a Q&A, and we have one for every single day.
Yep.
Plus, you know, I brought Todd, my video guy, with me to Kuwait. He comes to the Olympia.
Wow, Kuwait.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of great footage of Kuwait. We just put up a video of me in Istanbul, and we actually bumped into Louis Marco, who I'd never met before.
Oh, okay. What's he like?
He's actually a really nice guy, and he's very intelligent. And go ahead. She's gonna let the dog out.
Okay.
And he's very smart, and so I ended up doing this interview with him, and it's like 20 minutes long, and everybody loves it. It was a really good interview. He's got a great, you know, he's like a bodybuilding historian.
Yeah, and he's
not the big guy.
He's definitely passionate about it. I can tell from the videos I've watched.
Yeah, and you know, before I met him, I'm like, this guy, he's a putz, you know. But after spending some time with him, I like him a lot. I think he's a really nice guy. He's very smart. So, and it comes through on the video.
Yeah.
So those are the different things. And I just did an interview with Jerry Blaze.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we drove up to New Hampshire to his little studio where he trains.
Yeah.
And
well,
you know,
we need to explain to people who Jerry Blaze is, or why that would be anybody that you'd want.
All right, so you know, but Jerry Blaze is a guy who competed last weekend in the New England.
Yeah.
He's got like 22-inch
more
synthol arms,
yeah.
And
unbelievable.
And here's the thing, you've known Jerry for years.
Yeah.
Super nice, super polite guy.
Yes,
he's actually a very smart guy, and he's good at what he does. You know, he's a good trainer, and I kind of felt bad for him when all these people are online shitting on him. What an asshole! He shouldn't be allowed to compete, and
yeah,
you know, who does he think he is? And I'm like, you know what? This would be a great interview and a great opportunity for him to explain his side, why he does it, when he did it, what was he thinking?
Wow.
Did he go on stage expecting to win? And people will be very surprised when they hear his answers, you know.
I want to see this interview right now. Where's it going to be at? Where's it going to be showing?
It'll be up on my YouTube channel, The Boston Mass.
Wait, you interviewed him?
Yeah, sweetie, think I was yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Okay.
Wow. Nope.
So I went and interviewed him. It was awesome. It's going to be up in the next day or two. And it's just there was really not much to edit. It was just him and I bantering, going back and forth. And I let him know before we videoed, I said, I'm going to be as hardcore as possible because my stance is against it. I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. And I'm going to say that. And he's like, that's fine. I go, is there anything you're uncomfortable with? He's like, nope. Wow. So I started with, you know, I do not condone this whatsoever. But I know Jerry for 15 years, and he's a great guy. And, you know, I felt bad that people just shitting on him, randomly keyboard warriors talking shit. I wanted to get his point of view.
Yeah.
And those are the type of things that I wanted to, I want to do and get out there. And that's what made me want to be more interested in the videos and the, you know, that side of social media rather than posting a picture of me with a jug of protein. Like, my fans know me, and my followers know that I'm not a spammer. You know, if I have something to show or something to say, I'm going to do it and it's going to be authentic, or I'm not going to do it at all. Yeah. You know, and even when I do something, you know, for BBI, I don't post nearly enough for their liking, but when I do, it's something that I really like. Yeah. Like they have these new like Neo bottles, like for drinks, like water enhancers, and then they have BCAAs, they have energy ones, and it's so much easier than having a big jar of powder.
Right.
You squirt a couple squirts in your water bottle.
So delicious.
It's delicious, and it's so convenient. They're only this big, you know?
It's like those Mio things you get.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's good.
Huh.
So I posted about that a few times because I really like it.
Hmm.
You know? But, yeah, that's it. I'm not a big social media person, but I do love putting out videos where I can actually communicate and speak and answer questions and do things like that.
Yeah.
That's my biggest asset, is actually talking and getting to bullshit with people.
I totally agree. I've seen so many videos. It's just you at that table in Greater Boston Fitness by the front desk, and it's always, you know, it's like there's a couple people I can watch talk all the time. You, Valentino's another one, because, you know, it's the years of experience, it's the bluntness, the realness that you share with all these people with the questions and everything. You're not going to get that too many places.
That's why it's called Raw.
Yeah.
That series is Raw. I'm going to answer the questions to the best of my knowledge. I'm not a scientist. I can't answer the molecular structure of glutamine and things like that, or what it does, but I can tell you what, through my own experience and my own opinions, and you can take that for what it's worth. You know, I've been doing it for 26 years. I've been training for over 30 years. So it is worth something.
No, absolutely. The fact that you're putting this out there for free daily, you know, that's
right.
People, the Boston Math on YouTube, people. If you're not watching it, what the hell's wrong with you? I got to get to Big Mike Cox's last random ass question. Sorry, Mike, but it is random. Will we get any Amy Fadley guest appearance in your next Olympia prep videos? It's great seeing Tito, but it's Amy Fadley who I really want to see.
Well, Mike,
can it happen?
You're in luck, because my video guy, Todd, will be at Palm Springs, and he'll be videoing us. And Amy's kind of shy, you know, but I'll get her on there somehow to say hi to Big Mike Cox. And, man, she's 10 years older than me, so she'll be 53.
She looks incredible.
Oh, my God, she's going to kill you.
Yeah, she's beautiful, man. She still looks incredible. She's in incredible shape and just such a beautiful woman and so much fun to be around. We have a blast. And I'll make sure she does something and says hi to Mike. Right, we'll get her on there.
Well, you just solved the big mystery for me, because Janet, every time she sees a picture of Amy, she's like, that woman looks fucking fantastic. How old is she? I'm like, I don't know. She's at least as old as me. That's all I can say with any degree of certainty.
Yeah, she's 5 years older than my brother.
And Tito and me are 5 years older than you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wow. So you'll be 43 on December 29th?
Exactly.
Okay, start sending your gifts now, people. Sometimes these things take time. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you know a guy named the Bully God who posts on MD?
Yes. So when we were having dinner after the Arnold Classic, he and another buddy of his came over, and he'd messaged me on MD, and he said, oh, you know, I said that we're going to Mitchell's, and he's like, oh, we're going to go there. We'll come have a drink with you. I'm like, come on over. So sure enough, he came over, and we had a couple drinks, and it was cool. It was nice to meet him. He's a little guy like me. He's around my height, maybe even shorter. And but super nice guy, and we had a good time. And yeah, I read what he said, but he wants to.
Yeah, he wants to know if you're going to be able to join him for dinner in 2018 at the Arnold Classic.
We'll do our best to make that happen.
All right. Just realize, people, they're only in town for a few days. They can't have dinner with everybody. So
right.
Take it easy. Okay, so he also asked, I'm sure you saw the rest of the question, how excited or nervous are you to start a family? I'm in the same boat, need to know how to handle the pressure. So what's going on with I guess everyone wants to know the royal family gossip here.
Well, that's the whole reason we're doing this show together was, you know, she said one pro show. You got to let me do at least one pro show. I'm like, all right, I'm all behind it. That's why I'm 100% behind her.
Okay.
You know, I want her to kick ass in this show. As soon as this is over, we're going to work on it immediately. And that will be like the deciding factor as to whether or not I do the Arnold.
Okay.
You know? So if we can get this done quick,
yeah.
Then maybe
It doesn't always work like that.
Well, you know, you guys have a tremendous advantage because Jose, even though his last name is Raymond, Jose is Puerto Rican, a very fertile people.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be okay. I think you guys will be right on schedule with that. So I was going to ask you anyway, though, Jose, if you've been prepping for 14 months, basically, you haven't really had any real substantial
I had 8
break.
weeks off.
Oh, you had 8 weeks off. But I mean, would you even do the Arnold after all this if you're competing this late this year?
Man, what else am I going to do? You know, that's
You shouldn't do it.
I would like to have a rest, but man, it's like I'm gonna train every day anyway.
Yeah.
I gotta eat food every day anyway.
True.
And you know, if I can take like 7 or 8 weeks off between now and the end of the year, that'll still give me like 8 weeks to prepare for the show.
Right. And you've been keeping your weight down way better than you used to in the old days.
Yeah, I won't go over 225. You know, so it would be pushing it, but it's not out of the question.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot to ask you. You say you're probably going to be somewhere between like 207, 210 for this show for Rigno?
Yeah, probably less. I was 210 this morning.
Okay.
And I haven't even done like any, water depletion or anything. So I would think 206, 207, something like that. Because
I think we actually covered this in the last interview, but people say why, with no weight restriction on you, don't you think you'd look better at like, 220, 225? And you answered what I also agree with was no, I don't think so. No. My best look is 210 or less.
Cool.
And it wouldn't make sense for me to be heavier just to be heavier.
Yeah.
Then I lose the detail. I lose that hardness that makes me stand out, I don't want to look like everyone else. I want to be the hardest guy there. And that's the only thing that's going to, get me a call out next to some of the bigger guys.
Plus, I mean, you hit a great vacuum at like between 205, 210. I think
Right.
If you pushed up to 215, 220, probably wouldn't be as cool. Michaela, what do you plan to weigh on stage?
I don't know.
She's like 100 pounds less than me every day.
Every day we're 100 pounds off. It's so funny.
Yeah, and I'm only an inch taller. We wake up, say I'm 210.6, she's 110.6.
Huh.
I'm 213, she's 113.
I'm
Because
skeptical.
we're on the exact same schedule. We're eating at the same time. We're eating, the same foods, but, just smaller amounts. Doing the same cardio. And, it's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
It's a way to measure it, that we're both right on track. She's by far the best she's ever looked. By far. She has abs. She's, which she never really had. She's got some veins in her belly now, and she's lean.
Well, here's a question about the prospective children. So Amy had a hell of a physique on her, as did Tito. We have another couple here with, tremendous physiques. Whose kids would be more jacked? Yours or Tito's?
Well, they're gonna be Boston kids.
Ours will definitely be a lot shorter.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be a lot rougher.
My nephew Julian's already like 5'7". He's 12.
Wow. Holy
Cali
crap.
Sun boys,
Yeah. He's the same height as
beautiful
Tito.
tans and.
Michaela, I didn't ask. We haven't said much about you at all, and I would be very remiss if you had actually overcome open heart surgery. Is that what I recall?
Yeah, when I was 6 years old.
Yeah. So can you just tell us a little bit of the story? Because I mean, it's always cool to hear somebody that had something that major of a health scare like you. I'm sure you almost died.
I didn't almost die, Ron.
Well, it's open heart surgery. That sounds pretty.
No. I was born with a hole in my heart, in my left ventricle. And I was so small, they weren't allowed to give me surgery until I was 6 years old.
Wow.
So I waited till I was 6. I had the surgery, and I have no restrictions, so I'm able to do, what I want. But I'm cautious with what I do, just in case, because I do have a lot of heart issues in my family. So I watch what I do, but I'm good. But I have a huge scar down my chest.
You do.
2 belly buttons.
I have 2 belly buttons. We call it 2 belly buttons. But
So, not to get too medical here, but did they put a patch or something? What do they do for holding the heart? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't know. I think they stitched it, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know. I used to say they put Elmer's glue just to be silly, but
okay.
I have no clue. I was little. I don't remember.
Okay, that's cool. So, what else you guys got planned after the show? You're gonna hang out in LA for a little bit?
We're gonna stay in Palm Springs, till Tuesday.
Okay.
Tito and Amy are coming down. They'll spend a few days with us. We're gonna have a lot of friends out there.
My mom will be there. My grandmother.
Yeah, we have a lot of family gonna be there.
We're excited.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Ready to party.
Yes.
Ready to eat.
Well, I'm sure Jose's ready to eat.
Hang out with the pool.
Ready to eat.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be in the 90 degrees out there.
Yeah.
So it's like going to Vegas.
Palm Springs is literally in the middle of the desert.
It's gorgeous.
Most people should know. It's very desolate, but they somehow they have all that greenery. Cool. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys doing this on short notice and so close to your show. Let's get everyone that YouTube channel one more time. The Boston Mass.
The Boston Mass.
And what is your Instagram? It's the Boston Mass with 2 E's. The Boston Mass. Facebook, Jose.
Yeah, Raymond. Jose Raymond. She is Michaela Marie.
Michaela Marie.
Yeah, with 2 E's.
2 E's?
At the end.
Okay.
Marie with 2 E's.
All right. Well, you don't need more people stalking you. We need more people checking our YouTube, though, for sure. Yeah. All right. Well,
no.
I wish you guys the best of luck, especially you, Michaela, because this might be your only show you ever do as a pro.
No, it will not be my only show I do as a pro.
She'll come back after the baby.
Hands down, no way. Yes.
Well, that's baby number 1, and then you'll take like a couple months, and baby number 2.
Hey, what if I win? Do I do the 2018 Olympia? No, I'm just kidding. I just don't want to fall.
I love your sweatshirt, buddy.
Yes, for those who can't see, this is one of the original editions.
That sweatshirt's so comfortable.
It's very comfy, very warm.
Yeah.
You can't get these anymore, right?
No, we're all out.
We'll get something like that, though.
You're with, do you sell your clothing as part of another company, or?
No, it's on the Boston Mass website.
Okay. So you can still get some stuff there.
We got a whole new clothing line, some funny stuff. I got a sweatshirt that has like an evolution from an ape up to a caveman up to the Boston Mass. It's pretty awesome. And I got the bearded lady. I got a bearded lady holding a muffin. I got a good one. Got some good stuff out there.
Even if it's not a clever saying, anything, if you're in Massachusetts, I know that's only a small percentage of all our viewers, but how cool is it to be walking around something that says the Boston Mass? People will assume it's you.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had people say, "Oh, is that you? Are you the Boston Mass?" I say, "Absolutely, I am."
Yeah, we're all the Boston Mass.
Oh man, I got to say, I can't wait to watch that interview with Jerry. I'm honest to God, I can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
Me too. I'm excited to see that.
It's gonna be great. He's very well spoken. He's very he's very smart, and you, like I said, you'll be surprised at his answers.
Yeah.
That he thinks a lot more like the rest of us.
Yeah.
He just kind of took it too far, and it was too late. There's no turning back after you do that. And what do? You still love and are passionate about bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So you'll like it. It'll be a great interview. You'll see.
I have to say, just because I want to defend Jerry a little bit, because I do like the guy a lot, is that I give him so much credit for he got into really good condition for the show.
Yeah.
For doing that, for going through a whole prep, knowing there is no way, even if there's no way you can win, even if he'd showed up and for some reason that class was horrible and he should have been the winner except for the arms. There's no way he was going to win. Right. I couldn't go through all that knowing there's no reward at the end of the rainbow for me.
Most people can't, and it's a valuable lesson that a lot of people should learn, that bodybuilding shouldn't be about a trophy or a placing, but more about a personal goal and what you can do, and you should do it for yourself and no other reason. And that's the only reason he did it, was for himself, to prove that he could get in shape, and he was happy with it. He didn't care.
The biggest smile too on stage. He was happy then.
Yeah. But yeah, I hate the arms, absolutely hate him, but I think he's a good guy, a really good guy.
And I think everyone else will too after they see this interview.
Cool, appreciate it. I can't wait to see that. All right, well, you got a couple more days here before you take off. I wish you guys the safe travels, best of luck at the show. We'll be covering it for MD. Jordan Bleckman is going to be out there. and hope to see some very high placings come back home. Yeah.
We hope so too.
Be
Thanks
nice.
so much, Ron. I appreciate
Thank you, Ron.
All right, thanks, guys, for the Ronline Report. This has been Ron Harris with Jose and Michela Raymond.
No.